Alright, what's up fourth grade? Today we're going to look at measuring to the nearest quarter of an inch. Before we do that though, let's go ahead and take a look at the ruler that you'll be using. You notice here, this is your the side of the ruler that has your quarter-inch scale. You can see it written there, 1/4 inch. You have your inch marks, those are your numbered marks. In between each one you have 4 spaces. Quarter inch, you have your inch broken up into 4 equal parts. Let's look at some other pieces of the ruler. I really need to use this, but you can just for your own knowledge. Here you have your 16th. Again, you have 16 spaces between each inch. On the other side, you have your metric scales. Here we have our centimeter. This is what you're going to be using a little bit later. This ruler has 30 centimeters. And if you flip it over, we get a little bit more precise. We have our millimeter. You still have your centimeters, but you have your 10 little marks in between. 10 spaces between each centimeter. That's your millimeter. There are 10 millimeters in a centimeter. And what's nice about this, it actually says 10, 20, 30. It's actually just measuring millimeters for you. That's kind of nice. You don't have to do your own conversions. But you can get to that next year. Let's go ahead and look at quarter of an inch and do some measuring. So when I measure with this ruler, I want to make sure I line up the end of my line or whatever you're measuring with the 0. And if we look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 full inches, and now we're going to get to the nearest quarter of an inch. Now here it looks like I have 1, 2, 3 quarter inches, but it goes beyond that and it gets pretty close to the next mark, which is actually 5 full inches. So we could say something like it is 4 4/4 inches, which is equal to 5. It's closest to 5 inches. That's your nearest quarter of an inch. Let's move on to the next one. Again, we line up with our 0 and we're looking for the nearest quarter of an inch, or 1/4 inch. There's 1 full, 2 full, 3 full inches, and then if we look here, I think it's much closer to this one here, which would be 1, 2, 3, and 2/4. Remember, your denominator is going to be fourths. We're measuring to the quarter inch, which is also equal, if we know, 2/4 is equal to 1/2. So we have 3 1/2 inches, or 3 2/4 inches. Moving on, again, one more time. We have 5 full inches, and again, it gets really close to 6. So again, let's 5 4/4, which is equal to 6. 4/4 is just another 1 inch. So we have 6 full inches. That's your nearest quarter inch. So remember, always measure to the nearest quarter inch. Now this one, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to start measuring at the 2-inch line, which can be done because these are still full inches. We don't always have to start with 0. And sometimes you might see this. So this one, we just start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full inches, and then look, another quarter, 1/4. So we have 5 1/4 inches. And I should go back and label these. I didn't label these like I should. Inches, inches, inches. Okay? One more thing I want to do. Let's go ahead and draw a line. If you see, I want a line that is 8 3/4 inches long. So I put a mark at 0, and I'm just going to put a mark at 8. I need to connect those two dots to make my 8 inches. So we have that there. And then I want 3/4. So that's 1, 2, 3/4. So I'm going to put a mark there as well. And then I'll connect the end of this line to my mark, and I have 8 3/4 inches. All right, let's move on. We're going to do something else now with the other side of our ruler. We're going to use the centimeter scale. Okay, you don't have to get to millimeters yet, so let's just focus on centimeters. Now, if I look here, I have centimeters, and again, we're going to the nearest centimeter. So if I look here and I measure, I'm going to make sure I'm lined up with the 0, just like with our inch. And I'm looking here, I have 9 full centimeters, and it looks like it's about halfway. So really, it's kind of your call if you're measuring to the nearest centimeter. I'm going to say this is 9 centimeters. Okay? It is halfway, but I want you to go to the nearest centimeter. If you're seeing 10, that's possible too. Again, line it up. This one I can definitely see. I know it's 12 full centimeters, and then I'm getting very close to 13. So my nearest is 13 centimeters. Next one, line it up. This one looks pretty precise. You can see here, I'm right at 8 centimeters. So I write 8 centimeters. And just like with inches, I want to start at a different spot. Maybe with 2 again. So this one I'm going to count just to be sure I'm right on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and it looks pretty close to this my 14th mark. So I'm going to say 14 centimeters. One more time, or one more thing. We're going to draw a line that's 18 centimeters long. Not too hard. Make a mark at 0. Make a mark at 18. Hold on to your ruler nice and tight and draw 18 centimeters. Alright guys, hope this helps. I'll talk to you later.